Our spirit. What is it? Where does it go? Are we able to see them using our mind's eye? If so, just what can spirit teach us? Welcome to School Through Spirit. Host DeEtte Renee is a certified psychic medium and master teacher of psychic and mediumship development through LWISSD. DeEtte was born knowing spirit and now is here to help you better understand the spirit world. And now your host, DeEtte Renee.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. Happy New Year. This is DeEtte here, back on School Through Spirit here on the Edge Network. Super excited to be back. Super excited. I'm just excited, guys. I am so excited. Good morning, Keith. Good morning. Happy New Year. Oh my gosh, it's going to be a great year, everybody. It's going to be a magnificent year. I feel it for myself. I feel it for everybody else. Now, if you're new to this show actually started 3 years ago. We did take a small station break from it. You know, we kind of went on a field trip and now we're back to school, guys. School is back in session, ready to go. Brand new year, 2024. And let's see if we can grow all over again. Now, this is going into a podcast form. Unfortunately, we're having some issues with that. I was back for a week on Podbeam and everything else, all the downloads, all the past shows. All the happy people, and something happened over the weekend and it disappeared again. It disappeared. So hopefully we can get all that straightened out. If not, apparently it's us and the few people that show up. And either way, we'll keep coming. We'll keep coming. But we are back to School Through Spirit. Good morning, Sir Tim. Good morning. And it is a brand new network, the Edge Network. We did, begin the network a few months ago. But we just took the suggestion to go back to this. Now, this show really is where we show up and we do some enlightenment. We use some words of enlightenment. A lot of times it's really kind of funny because I cheat and I use this book. I think I'm cheating anyway. I use this book and I flip to a page and we kind of go from there. Well, the funny thing is, guys, is when I start reading it, I'm mind blown because it's always everything I've been dealing with for the last 7 days. And it's been incredible. So it's cheating, but I think it's Spirit's way of reaffirming things and just kind of helping people to kind of grow in, a direction, more of a conscious thought process. Excuse me. And at the end of the show, we do a 5-card stud every week using a different deck. This week is Gentle Creatures Wisdom Deck by Dan May. The publisher for this, is US Game Systems. I like that. US Game Systems. So this is what we're doing. We're also having some book giveaways. Last month, oh my gosh, hello, Angela. I didn't grab the books for this month. Last month, I gave away Tim Bear's book, Ever Near. This month, I'm doing Todd Bates' Haunted Voices book. You like this? There we go. Haunted Voices book. This is the book I'm giving away this month and whatnot. So, the deal is you show up. I see comments. When I see comments, I write the people down in the comments that have showed up to the show. If you share this onto your other platforms, I write your name. You get an extra drawing in, which is awesome because that way you get it because you showed up here and then you get an extra name because you shared. So it's like 2 chances each week. If you think you know somebody that needs this book, write their name in the comments. I will then also put their name in because I'll tell you what, last month, that's what happened. Somebody got elected. Deidre Sanford actually won one of these books or one of Tim's books. And she already had to. She was like, please draw another name. So I drew another name. And the book went to somebody that actually got nominated for the book from somebody else. They didn't even show up to watch the show. But they still got the book, which is awesome. So, guys, this book is by Todd Bates. It's about his life, the first book of a series of books about his life. So this is what his is. This is the giveaway. We've also got some things coming on. Oh my God. until we give away Jet's book. Exactly. Which will happen, guys. It will happen. Spirit's already told me that's in the making this year. So I'm like, okay, we're going to go for the doctorate. We're doing the doctorate. I'm in a study program with Sarah Landon. I am writing a book. I've got this show. I've got the other best. It's a new year, guys, and the life is exploding. So hopefully you guys got the same thing going on in your lives. Just clearing away all the old stuff of 2023, bringing in fresh 2024. You know what? And I'll tell you what, guys, 2023 was a year, wasn't it? Oh my gosh. I have more people going, oh my gosh. And you hear it. You hear it from everybody every year that screams, can't wait for this year to be gone. It was just an awful year, blah, blah, blah. And honestly, guys, this year was just a lot of transitions. It was a lot of transitions. It was a lot of growth. It was a lot of pushing yourself. Now, for some that does perceive as a bad year. There was a lot of loss this last year. I had a lot of friends lose parents and loved ones and husbands and children, and just tons of transitions, just tons of stuff. And I will tell you, just know that all that you did in 2023, you get to take that knowledge, you get to take that growth, and you get to pull it into this year. Yes, it's a different energy year. And that's a whole Kelly Brickell thing for numbers and this and that. I know for myself, I think I'm going into a 2-year. I'd have to redo my numbers. Maybe I'll do that next week. But anyway, and then kind of go from there. But every year is going to bring through a different energy, whether it's beginning or completion or somewhere in the middle. So we are switching to a whole new energy set, a whole new astrology set. Guys, Mercury is going direct. That is going to be a huge thing for us. And isn't it funny that when, the last day of Mercury retrograde, I lost all the download followers? Oh my gosh. So I know tomorrow's direct, so it'll all get straightened out. But anyway, let's go to our book. I feel like I'm really rambling today. So let's go to our book. Let's see where our page is today. Let me see where I'm going at. Let's do this one. Oh, let's show it to you. Want to see it? Beautiful. There's nothing I have. There's nothing I have to do. Ooh, and there's nothing I have to be, except exactly what I'm being right now. Oh my gosh, isn't that? Let's see. What else is there here? It says essential truth. This does not mean that having and doing will be eliminated from your life. It means that what you experience yourself having or doing will spring from your being, not lead you to it. When you come from happiness, you do certain things because you are happy, as opposed to the old paradigm in which you did things that I can't read today. In which you did things that you hoped would make you happy. That's a concept, isn't it? So it says, when you come from happiness, you do certain things because you are happy, as opposed to the old paradigm in which you did things that you hoped would make you happy. When you come from wisdom, you do certain things because you are wise, not because you are doing things to get wise. When you come from love, you do certain things because you are love, not because you want to have love. Everything changes. Everything turns around. When you come from being rather than seeking to be, you cannot do your way to being. Whether you are trying to be happy, be wise, be love, or be God, you cannot get there by doing. And yet it is true that you will be doing wonderful things once you get there. So it's almost kind of confusing, isn't it? Here's the divine the way to get there is to be there. Just be where you choose to get. It's that simple. There's nothing you have to be. You want to be. Be happy. You want to be wise. Be wise. You want to be loved. Be loved. That is who you are. And in any event, you are my beloved. Now that doesn't, as much as that should just roll off the tongue, should. Even myself are kind of tripping on the words. I'm hearing the words and I'm processing it. And I'm going, Well, okay. And I will tell you what, when I look at this, it really makes a ton of sense to me, especially with everything that I have been working on for what I feel like is eons and didn't realize I was working on this. So I know I've used this adage before. I know this example for you guys before. I have this thing when I go into a parking lot. Okay. And I will say this is actually shifted. But when I drive into a parking lot, when I drive in to go to any store, I've always said thank you for front row parking, or please and thank you for front row parking. Please and thank you for front row parking. What's that saying? It says I don't want to walk from way back. It says I usually have my grandbabies with me, and I don't want to try to like them from the back of the row. Do I really care if I'm parked all the way back? Not really. But you know what? When they're small, they got small legs. Who wants to park that far away? So that's what I've said, and I've said it for 6 years now. And guess what? It works. Either I get and I will tell you what, I mysteriously pull in. It can be the busiest parking lot, and I'll pull in, and there it is. Or I pull in, and somebody's pulling out. Every once in a while, what happens, and this is really strange, I won't get the front parking row, but I get the one closest to the cart corral. And I'm always like, well, that's not front row, but you know, it's for a reason. And every time that happens, it's because I bought more than I need, and I'm pushing 2 kids and a cartload of stuff. And I'm like, thank Jesus, this is where I got, because I still got front row parking to where I needed to be. And I will tell you, this is what is mind-blowing. I have said this so often, so much, that it's within me. In here, I know I will always have that spot. So now I no longer have to say the words. I no longer have to manifest, and you like that, manifest, that into being. Why? Because in my heart, I know I'm going to be in the exact same spot that I need to be for myself because I put it out there. This works with a lot of things. And I know we talked about this last week. So this is just kind of pushing the envelope a little bit further. And I think the reason we're pushing this envelope is because it's New Year's and we do New Year's resolutions, don't we? Excuse me. We have these wonderful New Year's resolutions that scream, oh my gosh, we need this. Oh my gosh, I need to do this. I need to change this. I need to change that. And let's take it from that aspect of the New Year resolutions. Okay, gosh, my eye itches. It's always this eye too. If anybody knows spiritually why my left eye would always itch, you let me know. So when you take it from a New Year's resolution type of standpoint, and we go, okay, this is my intent this year. I'm going to lose 20 pounds. I'm going to get a better job. I'm going to make more money. I'm going to pay off my bills. I'm going to. Now, if I say I'm going to lose 20 pounds, it doesn't mean I'm actually going to do it. And probably not going to do it. Why? Because I'm putting the intent of, oh my God, this is something I have to do. Not happy. So I want to lose 20 pounds. I don't feel good in my clothes, so I want to lose 20 pounds. I don't this, so I want to lose. And the problem with that, I mean, goals are amazing, but when we put ourselves into something from a different standpoint, what happens is we don't lose the 20 pounds. We might either not lose a pound or gain 20 pounds. Why? Because we're coming from a different place. We're coming from this place that screams, I need, I want, I don't have. I know I sound whiny, don't I? I hear my voice and it's like, I'm whiny. But that's what the universe hears. They hear this whining. They hear this, oh, woe is me. I don't have enough. I'm not smart enough. I'm not good enough. Oh my gosh, I'm hearing ding, ding, ding in my head, which just means spirits being funny. But that's what it says. Now, if you shift it, and you feel good about this, and you feel good about where you're at, and you say, thank you for the loss of 20 pounds, energetically, you're saying, I've already lost it. Energetically, you're going, thank you for the loss of 20 pounds. Why? It's saying I've already lost it. I'm already in that way of thinking. I'm already there. I'm not in the I have to do this. I have to do this. I'm telling you, I'm already there. I've already lost the 20 pounds. Excuse me, guys. I'm not sick, okay? But this cough I've had for like a month and it won't go away. So it works on a lot of different things. Thank you for the $100,000 in my bank account. Thank you for the $100,000 in my bank account. Thank you for the $100,000 in my bank account. Thank you for my new job. Thank you for my exercise program. Thank you for my new car. Now, it doesn't mean I have any of that right now. But what I'm doing is telling the world, the universe, I already have it. I don't need it. It's here. It's with me. And you know what they do? They give it to you. It's strange how that works. It's the same as being happy, guys. Now, this is really strange. I'm going to tell you, this is a lesson I learned, gosh, 7-8 years ago. Maybe even long. Well, that's about the time I learned the lesson. But I've always been a go-getter. Huge. And I'm the best go-getter when I'm go-getting for somebody else. I'll tell you what. If I have to do my own stuff, I get all this energy and then I fall off the wagon. I'm awful. People that know me, love me, see that in me, and they do things to encourage me. They do things to bring me back. And God bless them for that because they accept me for who I am. Okay. Will I get there? I will get there. Will I get there in my own time? I will. And will I get there through encouragement? I do. It's like if I was writing the book, I'm trying to do it for myself. It's never going to work. But if I write this book in the thought process of helping somebody else, I'm going to jump on that and I'm going to do it. So what happened with, these years back is me being a go-getter. I'm a person that goes to work. Okay. When I was nursing, I did this. When I was serving, I did this. And what I do is I show up and I do my job. I do your job. I do everybody else's job. Okay. Well, the last place I served at, and I'm really happy. I'm happy as a lark to do this. So don't think I'm like going, oh, woe is me. I feel like I have to. No, this isn't I have to. This is I want to. And the last serving job I worked for was a very small family in an amazing little establishment. And I did me. I first showed up as just serving. As I got to know the family and the place a little better and the customers, I showed up and I did more and I did more. And next thing you know, I'm showing up on days off or early and I'm cleaning a building, which I did that quite frequently. I'm showing up to shampoo with my own shampooer. And then when winter came and here they didn't have money to do the things that they normally do because now they're cutting back staff, they're cutting back this because people aren't showing up to eat. I'm going out to use my own money. Now, my own tip money, which, guys, I went from 6 days a week down to 2 days a week. And on those 2 days, I went from maybe $150 in tips to maybe $50 in tips. So I lost just as much money as they did. But to keep going what they wanted, I literally would go to the store and buy little candles for the bathrooms because it's something they like to have. It's always an ambiance, an Italian thing. So I would go out with my own money and buy these things. I would go out with my own money and buy other things that the restaurant needed. I didn't do it for thank yous. I didn't do it for pats on the back. I did it because it makes me feel good. It makes me happy to make other people happy. And when I come from a place of, I am happy to do this. I am thrilled to do this. All of a sudden, it enables me to do more of that. Now, if I come from a place of going, no, God, no, this isn't making me happy. All of a sudden, it doesn't come with that energy, does it? If I'm doing this to make myself happy, I'm not making me happy. Matter of fact, I'm making myself miserable. Why? Because if I'm doing it for somebody else, thinking if I did this for the restaurant, thinking they are going to look at me and pat me on the back because I did this, and I'm going to do this because they're going to make me feel better about myself because I did it. I don't feel better about myself. What I end up doing is feeling worse because then, number one, I've done this to make them happy, to make me happy. And they're not giving me my recognition. It's not a place of happy. They're not noticing. They're not caring. They're not making me happy. And then I start to get grudges. So I learned when I switched it and I went, why do I do this stuff? Why do I do this? Because it comes from this place in here that says, I am happiest when I'm helping other people. That is my happy place. My happy place is to show up here. My happy place is to be there for people, whether it be to, paint their building or talk to them or hold a hand, whatever it might be. That is my happy place. I come from a place of happiness. And when I do that, the person I'm doing it for becomes much more happy. I become more happy. And it's incredible. It's incredible when you see a dynamic shift. Now, when you use the words about being wise, I will tell you, so many people have imposter syndrome. I was one of them. And I just told a friend yesterday, I think I've finally given up the imposter syndrome, which is a miserable thing to have. And what imposter syndrome is basically not feeling like you're ever good enough. You're not enough. You're not wise enough. You're not smart enough. You're not the person for the job. You're faking it. You don't have wisdom. And for a long time, I sat in that place, always thinking I didn't have wisdom. I didn't have wisdom to show up. I couldn't figure out why I was doing this show, because who would listen? Because what am I really doing? Who would want me to teach them? What knowledge do I really have? And when I changed the thought process to go, I am wise with what I know in my life to this point. I have the ability to open up. And get from spirit. I have the ability to listen to everybody other that's a mentor to me. Take in their words, process their words, and bring their words back out. Switching to I am a wise person and showing up. Switching the thought process to say, I'm not an imposter. I am wise. I have knowledge, and I have knowledge people would like to have. And showing up for that. And it is saying, I am already wise. I am already having this. How many of you sit in that place where you go, oh, I'm not good enough. I don't have this. I don't have that. I did a reading this weekend for this lady. God bless her heart. Gosh, she was amazing. And in this reading, I kept getting that she didn't feel she was good enough. Like she made a huge mistake in this job change. Like she wasn't right. And in the reading, I kept hearing that she needed to put on boundaries. She needed to make a rule book. She needed to do this. She needed to do that. She needed to switch everything. And then when we got done with the reading, we talked, and she shared with me. She said, this is a job I have. And I've had management experience, so I thought, why not? But she says, since she got the job, oh my God, she's in the wrong place. She can't do this. And I went, whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's change your thought process. Let's change this. You have management experience. Yes. You've ran a household. Yes. You've directed other people. Yes. I said, what is the difference in the job you have now? She goes, nothing. I said, do you think this very large corporation just willy-nilly hired some random person? She goes, no. And I said, so let's change your thought process too. I am enough. I have everything I need. And then take that into the tools you need to create what you have to do. And that's what happened. All of a sudden, boom, she walked away with the biggest smile on her face. And I think we all need to do that, because in this, when we sit there and say, I have to, I have to, I have to, nobody ever wants to do what I have to do. Even if you switch the words to I get to, nobody wants to do work. Even when I look at cleaning my house, I don't look at it as I have to clean the house, because I'll tell you what, it's not a fun chore. I hate cleaning, because when I clean, guys, I got some OCD issues. I'm moving furniture. I'm doing it all. I'm not just doing some light dusting. I'm just shy of scraping walls. Instead, what I do is I go, I've achieved this today. This is what I've achieved today. And it's strange, because even though I know I have a butt ton of work ahead of me, I'm in the process of, this is what I've achieved. Like, I've already achieved this. And it puts a smile on my face and happiness on my face. And next thing you know, I'm doing more than I'd even started to do, because I've already achieved it. I've already done it. I've already put myself in that place that this is accomplished. This year, my intention is to have success. I already have success. To grow my business. Thank you for growing my business. I'm putting myself in the present tense of it, because I don't have to do anything. You don't have to do anything. I want you to find a way. Good morning, Miss Paula. I want you to find a way to put yourself in that tense that it's already there. I'm coming from that place and I'm already there. It's that simple, guys. Everything in your life is coming from a place of already being there. For all those guys out there that played football, part of the game is seeing yourself winning, seeing yourself catching the ball, seeing yourself make all this happen. It's super cool when it happens, but seeing yourself prior to it happening. When you want that job, see yourself being told, getting the call, thank you, can you start on this day? See yourself as already walking through the front door. If you want the promotion, see yourself in the corner office. Thank you for the corner office. Thank you for my new office. See yourself there already. Because when you start to see yourself there, all of a sudden the universe creates to make it happen. Because they're like, she's on board, he's on board, we're already doing this. You know, it's strange, because these words take me back to and I've spit the name out several times, Mike Dooley. Excuse me. I've used his words so often. And I think it's amazing, because this man is wise beyond his years. I mean, he is part of, the clan. I mean, he is prior to even Chicken Soup for the Soul. He is prior to so many people. He really was part of the very beginning of a spiritual movement. That movement, he was the beginning of it. He was the man that created thoughts become reality. Watch what you're thinking. Pay attention to your thoughts. Feel your thoughts. Allow yourself to be your thoughts. And then watching that be created. He's the one that said, hey, mind your thoughts. Because if you think negative, negative happens. If you think positive, positive happens. And he was the first one to say in this conscious mind thought, put yourself in there like you already have it. And he simplified it. He made it, manifestation for dummies. He should have wrote the book. And basically he did. But it never caught on. And I don't know why. Mike Dooley's still around, but the major populace never, caught on to this. And here it's many years later, and people are starting to catch on to the new way of thinking, the new way of doing. And you're going to hear me talk a lot about this as I practice this. Put yourself in there's nothing I have to do. There's nothing I have to do. And I'm exactly where I need to be. And everything's happening because it's supposed to. You've already created your reality. You've already created your life. It's created way before now. It's when are you going to decide to jump on it? We weren't made to struggle, guys. For everybody that screams from 2023, oh my God, it was such a hard year. I struggled. No, we weren't created to struggle. We weren't created to go, oh my gosh. And I hear it so often, oh my gosh, all my lessons. We were created to experience. We were created to have the best time, not to struggle. We are created to see growth in our lives. We are created to look at things and say, this happened for me, not this happened to me. Even with the hardest of circumstances, why did this happen for me? Understand it. And when you start to understand it, life comes to you. And it's beautiful. But we're creating this down to the basics here, guys, today. This is where we're starting from, is the basics, which is really just showing up. It's showing up and saying, guess what? I'm everything I need to be. I am right where I need to be. I am wise. I am success. Thank you for everything. And that's really where we're at. And I want you over this next week to start to practice some of that. I know it's really hard. Trust me when I say, when we want something, we want to scream, I want this. That's what we want to scream, I want this. That's what we're taught to say, I want this. We're taught since we're little kids, when we looked up our moms and dads, can I have this? That's what we're taught. Instead, you have to look at them and say, thank you for this. And see how much faster it comes to you. Okay? So this week, I want you to start to change the thoughts. I want you to start to change your verbiage. I want you to bring it from here, not from here. I want you to feel in here, thank you for the $100,000 in my bank account. Wow. To open it up and see it. Wow, that feeling. Create it from here out to here and allow the reality show up in front of you. Okay? Well, guys, that's it for the speech today. We're going to take a quick station break, and when I come back, we're going to do our 5-card stud. This has been Diet here on the Spirit. I can't even talk. This is Diet with School Through Spirit on the Edge Network. We'll see you in a few.
Do you or someone in your family suffer from nightmares? Is your home cluttered and you can't seem to clear it out? Your home or office may have low vibrational energy, and it could be impacting you and your family. Using the ancient techniques of dowsing, Master Dowser Annette Regalo can raise the vibration of your home or office by identifying and curing stress lines and negative vortexes that may be creating disharmony in your home or office. Annette has over 20 years of dowsing experience and is passionate about creating high vibrational spaces for others to live and work. Contact Annette today at 612-394-3736 or AnnetteRegalo.com.
Attention, curious practitioners in the realm of transformative experiences, holistic wellness, intuitive guidance, and metaphysical arts. Are you ready to expand your horizons and take your practice to new heights? Join the Edge Partner Directory, where your expertise can shine and your services can transform lives. We are dedicated to creating a community of practitioners who are as curious and passionate as you are about guiding others on their journeys of self-discovery, healing, and growth. As a member of the Edge Partner Directory, you will connect with a network of like-minded practitioners who share your curiosity and passion for exploring the depths of human potential, and showcase your unique offerings to a diverse audience of seekers actively looking for transformative experiences here, there, and everywhere. Embrace your curiosity and take the next step in your practice's journey to becoming an Edge Partner. Learn more at edgedirectory.net. Again, go to edgedirectory.net.
Hey everybody, welcome back to School Through Spirit here on the Edge Network. We're going to do our 5-card stud, which is awesome. Again, this is the deck for the week. It is the Gentle Creatures Wisdom deck by Dan May. It really is a beautiful deck. Look at this. I mean, honestly, I haven't seen the inside of it. I've only ever seen the box. The back of it, and this is published by US Game Systems, which is awesome. I love the little dude. I don't know if you guys can see the little dude there, the little guy in the middle. That is their logo. I love that logo. Just fun. So what's this book? It says, this deck, make new friends with popular artist Dan May's Gentle Creatures in this atmospheric oracle deck. Fuzzy giants invite you to share their wild wilderness adventures as well as their quiet spaces. Deep in the forest, you'll find a glimmer of hope, even in the shadows of solemn moments. Follow your curiosity and connect with these gentle beings through their playful encounters, touching stories, and wise lessons. This set is including of 48 cards and a 68-page guidebook by Erwin Lynch Poe. Erwin Lynch Poe is the one that made the guidebook. So that's pretty incredible. So let's open it. Let's open it. There we go. Wrap her off. Okay. Put that down. I always throw this stuff. Don't worry. I pick it up later. Just not right now. I'm throwing things everywhere now. Okay. New decks. This is the only thing about, that's the thing I don't like about this form. And hello, Miss Deborah. To me, it's hard to get the suction off. So pretty. It's brown on the inside. It's still a beautiful color. I love this. I like this. So these are individually wrapped. The book is, pretty self-explanatory, pretty straightforward. It does look as if, let me see, do we have an index? It's got an introduction, and then it goes straight into the Gentle Creatures, and it does have a thing about the author in the back. Both Dan May, who is from Rochester, New York, and Erwin Lynch Poe, who is in New Mexico. So it does have something about both authors back there. In the back of the book, not the front, it's got a few different spreads, and then everything else in the middle is just the cards. And I will tell you what, it looks like not each card has an individual page, but it does look like you can find all the cards individually on here. And it is in alphabetical order, so that should make life a little easier. Let's open up the rest. Do you like my sound effects? Here we go. Ooh. Very nice. Ooh, look at the imagery. I love this. You know what? This looks like it'd be an amazing, more starter deck, which I like. But I will also tell you guys, looking at the imagery here, if you had a child, you want to get into oracle cards. Now, don't shoot me, because my granddaughter, as you guys have seen in past years, pulls cards. But it would be awesome. I mean, look at these pictures. They're adorable. They're simply adorable. And it looks like it's pretty self-explanatory. So let's go to town. Let's do some shuffling with the 5-card stud. I do like this imagery. I think it's pretty amazing. It's very soft. I like that. It doesn't feel harsh at me. It doesn't scream at me like, oh my God. It feels like a deck saying, I can do this, is what it feels like. Okay. And I do like that. And I do feel as if because I always tell people when you look at the pictures. You're not just looking at the word. I always say you're looking at the picture. What's the picture telling you? And again, the imagery is really beautiful. So it's a great way. It's a great place to go to. Okay. So let's look at this. And we're doing the 5-card stud, and this is for the next 7 days of our lives, guys. Basically what this is we're going to go, you can pick 1 card, you can pick 2 cards, you can pick 4 or 5. I don't care. I read them individually. So if you pick, say, card number 3, that's the card that's your energy for the week. That's what you have to work on for the week, whatever it might be. Or you can pick more than 1 card. That's also fine. Or you can wait to the very end, because after I do a recap on what the individual cards are, guys, I put them together for a full reading. So there you go. You got options. You have a potentiality of so many different readings in here. And can I pick 6? You can, because that just means life is going to get really hard for you, Tim. Very hard. Very hard. Because then the 6th card means work. That's what the 6th card is. So, and he's shaking his head at me. No. So let's do this 5-card stud. I love to shake them up because, again, this is a brand new deck for me that I'm just open. I want to do this. Remember, guys, if you remember, I've pulled a card from 7 to 8 is the 8th deck. I pulled all these cards. Now, guys, we have to figure out which deck is the favorite. I know what my favorite was. If you guys can remember all the decks, maybe at the end of this show, I will pull them all up for you guys to see, because I have them all right here to tell me what your favorite deck is, because I have to pick the deck that I'm going to submit to the magazine, which is right there at the Edge magazine, if you can see it back there. I am going to submit the deck that I like the best. So far, I already have my favorite. And I'm going to do a 5-card stud reading for the magazine for the month. Ooh, I like this. So let's get started. Pick card number 1. Look at how gorgeous that is. And it says wonder. And when I'm looking at that card, for me, it is the curiosity, just not the wonderment, but the curiosity. And for me, it's amazing because you do have this beautiful creature sitting on what first looks like a rock, but it's not. It's furry creatures' heads. Look at that. It's furry creatures' heads. Can you see the eyeballs? It's really cool. So he's sitting on this, and it's all like this community that helping him. And then you have a raven, what looks to be a raven on the end of the telescope, and they're all just looking into the universe. And there's a wondering, there's what is this possible? Oh my God, you can tell I stayed up too late. There is what is possible out there. Where is the next step to go? And I like that, because if you picked card number 1, that's where you're sitting at. What is my next step? Where am I going? What is next? What is amazing? What is going to come to me? And you're sitting in this wonderment like, oh my gosh, life is about to really explode. And I wonder what it is. And I like that because it gets you into this imagination. So if you pick card number 1, it's all about the wonder. Pick card number 2. Oh my gosh, I love this. It's a creature with wings and another butterfly. Oh my God, I'm in love with those cards. The imagery is awesome. And I like this because it does say wings. And I'm looking at those because it's telling me you're ready to take flight. You are ready to take flight. You are ready to just, whatever they give you, to just fly up and go for it. Those wings are there. You have your tools. Everything has come to you. You have done everything you need to do. And now it's just a matter of spreading those and flying, guys. Card number 3 is wait. Oh, what is that? Wait. If you pick number 3, why are you? Look at it. Are they waiting, or are they going forward? Oh my gosh, guys, my eyes. All the darkness under my eyes. We stayed up until almost 1 o'clock in the morning with children playing. Anyway, the wait card, when you're looking at this, I love it because even though it says wait here, look at what they're doing. They're not waiting. They're moving. They're on the move. They're not running though. They're saying, you know what? We're still moving. We're just taking our time. We're taking our sweet time. We're saying we've got this. We're together. My support, everything is there for me. And now I just have to wait for it to show up. I just have to wait for it. And that's okay. It doesn't mean it's not going to happen. It just means it's not going to happen in this moment. Waiting, you go to the doctor's office and you wait. Sometimes you wait a minute. Sometimes you wait an hour. But either way, it's still coming. The next card is uprooted. Uprooted. Oh my gosh. Another card. Uprooted to me doesn't feel like a negativity. I know a lot of people, when they hear the word uprooted, they're like, oh my God, you've uprooted me. Everything's da 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 da. Oh my gosh, not a pleasant. But I will tell you, I feel like this is a positive. Uprooting from your comfort zone, uprooting from, holy crap. Ugh, I wasn't expecting this, and ways of life changing. And that's what this is about. That uprootment is a positive, it's not a negative. This is screaming at me like, oh my gosh, guys, you've done it. It's there in there, uprooting you from what your comfortability is and taking you into the future. And the last one for this is turn back. Turn back. You know what? I will tell you what, that almost sounds scary, doesn't it? When it says turn back. I don't think it's a scary card at all. I don't think this means all this is, all these great things are happening. I'm thinking this is looking at going, hey, look back on your life. Look around. See where you've come from. It's telling you to take this moment to say, where have I come from? What has happened to me? Where, and it's to help process what is up to this point. So like for this first week, so many of us again are in that whole New Year's Eve resolution, that New Year's resolution type stuff. And when you're doing this, the only way for you to know what you want this year is to know where you've come from, to know what you've done. And that's what this card is about. It's saying, take a moment, turn back, see where you come, embrace all of that, take in those lessons, take in those experiences, bring them into you, and know that you're the rock star. And look at that. So card number 1 was wonder, card number 2 is wings, 3 was wait, 4 was uprooted, and 5 was turned back. Now, and those are the individualities. Now, if I look at these cards as a whole, I'm going, this is your week, guys. This is your week. Why? Because you are going to be going, oh my gosh, this is a week that opportunities are going to come through. This is the week of saying, oh my gosh, we're putting all these wonderful things that we've learned into practice, and we're saying, guess what? This is my week for it all to happen. Why? Because I know who I am. I know where I'm going. All I have to do is just give it a little bit more time and watch it come to me. Is it coming? It is. And when it is, it's going to be not what you expected. It is going to be life-changing. It's going to impact you in a way that you went, whoa, I'm not comfortable anymore. But don't worry. Do you deserve it? You do. Look at where your life has been. Look at where you're going to. And that really is that's what really this is about. So this week, guys, is all about moving forward. That's what this is. It's you're moving forward. You're going on to new things. That's awesome. I love it. I love it. Okay, guys, so what's in our future? That's it for our 5-card stud. What's in our future? Let me get my calendar out because I know what's in my future. This week, guys, oh my gosh, this weekend. If you're in the Janesville, Wisconsin, Rock County area, or within 5 hours, I guess, within 5 hours, maybe further if you want to drive further. If you want in-person classes with me, I am doing an intermediate in-person class. That's not very often that I give as an intermediate in person because it's a lot of material. It is 2 full days. It is Saturday and Sunday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And not only do we get a lot of information, we do a lot of picture readings, we do a lot of one-on-one readings, guys, and then I have you guys read for other people, and everybody goes, oh my god, I can't do this, and then they find out they're rock stars and they're awesome. So that class is this weekend at Ursong in Janesville, Wisconsin. You do have to call that store to register. That class is actually a deal because online, guys, that class it's like $300 and some if you take it with me online. My in-person for this store is, New Year's, let's start, is $200. What a deal. I'll tell you what, it's a deal. It's a deal to get it for that price. Trust me, if you go online, you're going to see that. And simply call the store to register. It is 608-754-3933. That is our song. 608-754-3933. And that is the phone number you call to register for this class. And then you just show up and we do it for 2 days. And then in a month, we get together on a Zoom call to go over everything. So again, that is my intermediate class. Next week, guys, we have the regular scheduled Monday morning time, which is phenomenal. But we throw in the extra show next week. Next Tuesday morning at 9 a.m., I will be interviewing Rita Louise, Rita Louise at 9 a.m. It is School Through Spirit, but you know what? I wanted to switch School Through Spirit up. I didn't want to be all interviews all the time. I wanted to come on. I wanted to, talk, give some wisdom, whatever Spirit gives me. And I wanted to keep those interviews separate. And that's what we decided to do. So next week, we have the first one of that. Well, the second one, because Tim Bear was the first one that I did this with back in November with his book launch. Rita Louise is going to be next week. I have another one for February. We've got, people lining up, people reaching out saying, will you interview me? You bet I will. Love to get you out there. So guys, if you've written that book, if you've written those cards, created those decks of cards, ship them to me. Let me know you want me to interview you. And I will be more than happy to say, let's do this. Let's get people to know you. Let's people know that you have created this and you want the world to see it. I'm more than happy to bring you on. That's what the Edge is about. That's what the Edge Network is building a community and helping each other explore the world together, helping us to grow, helping us to support each other, which I think is phenomenal. So there you go. That is my thing for the week. As always, you can go to diet.us to book those readings, book those classes, buy some gift certificates, whatever you want. We got this, guys. Until then, I will see you next Monday morning, 9 a.m. Happy New Year, everybody. I cannot wait for this year to happen because it's going to be such a mind-blowing year for me, for you, for everyone. This is Diet with School Through Spirit on the Edge Network. We will see you guys very, very soon, guys. Bye-bye.
There are psychic mediums, but there is nothing like Diet. Let's face it, we all struggle time and again. But if you seek the clarity you deserve, then you need to seek Diet. As a master teacher, Diet studied under international psychic medium Lisa Williams. Together, they not only help Diet better tap into spirit, but also build a long-lasting relationship. So many psychics tell us what we want to hear, and that just won't cut it with Diet. She tells you what you need to hear. No sugarcoating here. To book a reading with Diet is simple. Just visit her website, diet.us. That's diet.us. And follow the Yellow Brick Road to connect with Diet. Don't just sit there and ponder those questions. Ask them and let Diet guide you every step of the way. You need insight now, and Diet can help. Just visit diet.us. That's diet.us.